All right, are we live? Can I get some confirmation in chat? We're trying something new today, boys. We are trying something new today. Ladies and gentlemen, we live. We are live. Hello, everyone. I really hope this is going to work. At the end of the day, I have no clue whether it's going to work or not. Let's be completely real with ourselves. So if there's any problems in the stream, please just let me know in chat, because that is going to be the best way to tell me about it, because I really can't see or hear anything that's going on considering this camera is on my head. Today, I wanted to do a blade bias video, but do it live. Meaning that you guys can join in, ask questions. I say blade bias episode. I'm not really going to be reviewing anything, but if you guys have any questions you want to ask, you can ask it, and we can flip and we can have a good time. And this will serve as a test for maybe some future content ideas going forward. So that's what we'll be doing. This stream will serve as both a test for future blade bias potential content that I might do, while also being a good introduction for people who are only subscribed to the blade bias channel, of which there are about 10,000 of you who don't know what I do over on my main channel, which is stuff not exactly like this. You know, it's a little more face, but similar to this at the very least. Do a little roll call really quick. What's up, Cabbage? What's up, Zach? What's up, Michael? Veeb? Ted? What's up, Ted? Evolution? Vavor? Benjamin? Sublime? Cool Pictures? Tactical? Tony? Rob? What's up, Rob? Charlie? Cole? Mid? How you guys all doing today? What's up, Flake? Let me see if I can pop out chat so I can make it a little bit bigger over here, and then maybe you can put it there. Yeah, put it there, chat. 5 a.m. and I just woke up. You woke up just now? Holy cow. Time zones are a crazy thing. Time zones are a crazy thing. Still have mod privileges if you want to revoke it. Not that I'd ever abuse anything. Ted, you are going to be the moderator, since you already are the moderator. Considering that I don't know I don't know this chat. This is technically a new chat, so I don't know how many people are going to show up. I don't know how weird people are going to be, so I definitely am going to need you. Yeah. Definitely will need you. There's going to be a lot of drops this video. Unfortunately, my tripod seems to have broken, so I can't really do Instagram live streams until I get that fixed. But I need a better tripod anyway, so, you know, not a problem. Cool. If it ends up being a problem, if it ends up being a problem and I actually decide to do this more often, I will probably do like an actual mod team. But I don't know how frequent these things are going to be. So, if you guys are new here, what time is it for you? It's currently 10:30 over here on the East Coast. We start a little bit late here, but again, this is just a test rather than a specific content idea that I have. Initially, this was born out of the idea... Can I move this up a little bit? Ooh, I can. I think that's a little bit better of an angle. I'm waiting for my preview to update. Yes, that is a better angle. So what was I just saying? Yeah, this actually started from the idea. What I want to do is I want to put a bunch of letters on the ground and then do a physical Balisong tier list where I just stand here. Like, it could be a Blade Bias video or it could be a live stream. I go through everything in my collection and I put it in S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. And then through that, I can create a a live ranking system of everything in my collection so that people can see where different ballad songs of mine stack up. And then in the future, we can expand that to include rankings from anything that I've ever tried. My goal is to do something kind of like Brandon's. Brandon has like a tier list kind of thing on his channel linked in the description. Not in my description, just linked in the general description of his videos, which actually I should check. There is nothing in the description of this, which can I change anything about that? I could. Hold on, let me just pull a blade bias description really quick. No, why did I click on my own live stream? That's the whole point of what we're not doing. Okay, hopefully that worked. Maybe that worked. I don't know if that worked. Whatever. No, that really did not work. Wow. Shout out. Shout out how you can't copy the description unless... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe if I go in to my YouTube studio. Give me 1 second, chat. We will fix this. I want to actually have a description so I can point people to the description for certain things. There we go. That's the text I need. Yeah, I would actually like to be able to point people to the description of this stream so that they can actually, you know, click on things and check everything out. So, boom, save that. That should be live. If you refresh, boys, if you refresh for me on the stream, you should be good to see the description, which will include all of my links to both my main channel, to our logo artist, and to my ballad song recommendation document, which should be great. Wubbly, you are just so awesome, dude. Thanks, Ted. Appreciate it. We are definitely going to need moderation on this stream. Appreciate it. One warning, then 10-minute timeout. I think that's fair, Ted. You know what? I think that's fair. If Ted tells you to stop doing something, guys, do it, because he'll just time you out. And Ted, if anything happens after the 10 minutes, you can just kick him out. It's completely okay. So what have I missed in chat? What have I missed? Planning on buying a ballad song from LDY, but I don't have too much money to spend on ballad songs. Do you think I should get the Orion 1.5 or the Corvus? Well, that's an easy question because the Corvus is gone. The Corvus doesn't exist anymore, my friend. So you can't really get one except for secondhand, and I wouldn't even recommend that you get one if you don't have a lot of money to spend anyway. So the Orion, I'm going to be getting my V1, which I just realized is buried in here somewhere. Forgive me for being disorganized. Where? I got Hot Wheels. There it is. I'm going to come over here to Dragonite really quick. The Orion. So this is the Orion V1, but obviously we're talking about the Orion 1.5. I just don't have a trainer of the 1.5. The Orion is one of the best ballad songs you can get at the price point. So if you don't have a lot of money to spend on ballad songs, you're not missing out by getting a 1.5. I don't think you're missing out on any performance whatsoever. Bought a Squiddy Beefing recommendation video and just brought it with me to Japan. Wow, I'm surprised you got it through customs. That's crazy. Do you recommend the cheese? So far, yeah, the cheese is pretty cool. Video on that tomorrow, though, so, you know. I had a question towards the beginning of the stream. So chat, if any of you are used to my normal streams, unfortunately, this is not a stream. Like right now, I can't see chat. I'm just over here in my room. So while I would ask you guys to not spam your questions, if you can evenly space out your question, and it's been a while since you've asked it, you can send it again. That's okay. Just again, don't spam it. This is not the situation of, hey, look at me. Wait. Stop. Oh boy, I'm screwing everything up. I am screwing everything up. Yeah, so if I don't see your question, you can just repeat it. It's okay. Normally in my live streams, if you're new here, I normally live stream over on my main channel. That's something that we normally do, and I am looking at chat basically the whole time. So like I can see everything that happens in chat. Here, can't really do that. It's really tough. Do you know the price of the cheese? I do. It's going to be, they said about $80 for me. For me? They told me it was going to be about $80. Do we have specs on the cheese yet? Yes. I also have received specs on it. Nibali's hasn't released anything, but they have already told me that I can release my video on the cheese whenever I want. So it's releasing tomorrow. In case you haven't seen it, this is the cheese from Nibali's. My unboxing video is releasing on it tomorrow, but if you're here in the live chat, congratulations, you get an early sneak peek. The specs on this thing, 3.98 ounces, Teflon coated, just like the Teflon Vulp, running on bushings, all for about $80. We are looking at 6061 aluminum with a 420 stainless steel heat-treated blade. So not bad specs at all. I'm just really surprised that they're sending them out to people. They're sending them out to content creators and telling people to release videos, but they have not revealed any info on it whatsoever. Not on their website. They haven't publicly revealed this thing on any of their social medias as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I have seen. So, just, you know, I think they're kind of botching the launch, if you want me to be completely honest. This is the sort of thing that you have to have info about before you're sending it for people to make videos about. Or if you're sending it to people, just tell them not to release videos until you're ready to go live with it. Because now, if you want me to be completely honest, all the people who see me holding the cheese are going to ask me how they get the cheese. And I don't know. I have no idea how to get the cheese. Just bought a Squid Churner V4. Is there anything to enhance the flipping experience or maintenance? Nope. Squid Churner V4 is pretty sick. You could get the zippy inserts, but I'm unsure of how they affect the balance, to be completely honest with you. And now that the Squid Churner is on bushings, you shouldn't have any problems with maintenance. So that is pretty cool. If you're just tuning in, hello, I'm Blade Bias. I normally stream... Wow, that was a bad drop. I normally stream on my main channel, camaroEE, linked in the description, but I figured I would go live to a different audience in a different format tonight, just to see how it goes. I've tried doing this once way back in the past. You might remember me doing a stream like this and it just going horribly, and then we never talked about it again. I don't know why that was so wrong. I'm struggling to remember why my Wi-Fi was so bad back then, because now it's working perfectly. I did a test like a week ago that said that this would work fine, so... We're trying it out. This is a test stream. Throw some questions in the chat. I can't read all of them. I'm sorry. There's too many of you, and this format just doesn't allow for it. But if you're looking for more chat interaction, main channel, that's where the streams are, where you can really interact with me. Will there be a Blade Bias in the LDY Frank? Yes. It's en route. I believe they said they're sending me one. I just don't know where it is or when it's going to arrive. If it takes any longer than this weekend to show up, I'll probably ask them for tracking. But the Frank, I should be doing a Blade Bias on it. I am unsure on when it will be. It's interesting seeing non-video creators somehow get the cheese as well. Really? Who did that? I have no idea. I haven't seen anyone. Oh my god, hi Pyro! Hi Pyro. Oh, excuse me. Hi Pyro, what's up Christian? It's good to see so many of my normal stream chat in chat. Don't worry guys, you're noted even if I don't acknowledge everyone. Who did it? Rob? Rob makes videos. Rob HD, that's Rob Heath. Best names for intimate partners. Why did I even read that? What's up, Robin? How you doing? I like the cheese for the meme, but I don't know how to feel about it being Teflon coated. It is surprisingly good. The Teflon coating adds a lot of grip. I think Nibali's was on the right track with the Teflon coating. And especially now that we have something... The Teflon Vulp, which will probably be my next video after the cheese, is the update video on this. Which you can see I've now customized with all your latest Pride Month stickers. Because we love that here. But the Teflon Vulp was not made for Teflon. These cutouts are very small. You don't really feel them and they don't add a lot of grip. I think the only thing successfully utilizing the Teflon coating is the jimping on the Vulp. Whereas the cheese has these deeper cutouts, this deeper groove jimping, basically on all sides, which means that the Teflon coating is far better utilized. It's more synergistic, if you will, with the Teflon coating, as opposed to the Vulp, which was created for a bead blast, aluminum finish, and is not very synergistic with the aluminum coating. So, you said that like you had a gun to your head? I said what like I had a gun to my head? Hit a bite handle double scissor to giraffe. I can't, Pyro. I'm sorry. Wow, that was unfortunate. I don't even think I could hit a normal giraffe. My giraffes, ever since that stream... Okay, there we go. I hit a giraffe. But ever since that stream earlier, my giraffes have been disgustingly inconsistent. Glider Pacific best belly. You need strong hand to use it. I mean, hey, I disagree, but if that's your opinion, that's your opinion, man. The Pacific is a very fascinating ballad song. And I think is actually one that's going to be getting a little more coverage here soon, which is pretty cool. Blade Bias, any thoughts on black balisong knives? Yes, the Reaper's fantastic. That's the only one I've ever tried extensively, but I love the Reaper. The Reaper is great. Your pride stickers on the Vulp, you were like, we love that. Sound like you got... Somebody like you got Tumblr warriors in your chat with an M4 aimed at you. No, I was actually more concerned about the people who were going to be mad at me for saying that, which I guess is manifested in me sounding like that. But yeah, no, we love the pride stickers here. And if you don't, you can get out. Can I... What's your name? Ruiz? It's better to just ask your question, man. Because now you've used my attention on you to say, can I ask you something? And now I can't guarantee that I'm going to see you when you ask a question. So, just ask it, man. Will Hirsch was waiting. Will Hirsch was waiting in the corner ready to take my ass out. Actually real. I'm a beginner. Do you have any tips on cool tricks to learn? Learn rollover stuff. It's going to be the easiest stuff for you to wrap your head around. You're looking at things like, index rollovers, thumb rollovers that are really foundational to further tricks that you will learn. Like a lot of balisongs, there are some people's style of flipping where the entire balisong is just a circle the whole time you see it. And that's a lot of rollovers, finger dexterity, chatters, stuff like that. So the quicker that you can understand the way that your balisong is traveling around your fingers, the better that you will be at more impressive, more advanced tricks down the line. Should I get a Squiddy AL, Nautilus, or Bare Bones? You just described 3 of the most different balisongs that you ever possibly could in specs, price, everything. So I unfortunately can't answer that question. Guys, if you have any questions, should I buy this or that, please check the description. My recommendation document is linked down there. It's the most concise way to figure out what I prefer in each price range and what I recommend that you buy. Just because something isn't on that list doesn't mean I don't recommend it. Those are just my top choices. So go check that out. Flip Forge the best plastic balisong these days? I think so. I think the palette is my favorite plastic balisong. I know I haven't done an update video on that, but it is something that I really, really enjoy. I love it. It's great. You have any tips for learning the choker fan? I really don't. The choker fan was something that took me a long time. And even to this day, I can't really do a choker fan in like the specific style where people like, they do like a double rollout and then they go into the choker fan. I'm not the greatest at it. So I am just going to have to point you in the direction of other tutorials that exist out there. But yeah. Keep trying. Keep being consistent. For sure. For sure, for sure. What's up, Ty? How you doing? Goober? Yeah, we're trying out something new, Ty. This is a sick stream idea. Thank you, Brandon. I had the idea over a year ago. I had the idea when I first moved into my apartment. I actually think I remember it. I did a test stream like this on my data on my phone before my Wi-Fi was set up at my apartment, and it just didn't work. And then the idea died for like 2 years until now when I tried it like a week ago and it worked fine. So here we are doing Blade Bias Live. Which, I have to be honest, it's not going as well for me as it might be going for you guys because the chat is really small and it's really far away. Navali's cheese, yay or nay? Yay. So far, I believe it's one of their best under 100. But any further opinions I'm going to keep to myself until I've spent a little more time with it. What's your opinion on weirder tech stuff? I don't really have an opinion on weirder tech stuff. I think all of the flipping styles are super cool, and it's super cool to see stuff from different people in the community getting into different styles of flipping. And I am not nearly good enough to have an opinion on like any styles of flipping. Is the TI Kraken worth it? If you like the Kraken enough to the point where you think titanium would be a worthy upgrade, you'll probably enjoy it. I personally thought it wasn't that amazing, but in all honesty, $420 for a titanium live blade is not the worst price out there. It really isn't. I have to be honest. Tips on Rev Fan and Rev Chaplain? No, unfortunately not. Come on, lads. Ted, just get them out of here if they start spamming. I know I said to repeat your question, guys, but I said to space them out. And spacing them out means when it's considerably off the screen. Got the Squiddy OG as a first Bally. I think I'm ready to upgrade, but I don't know where to start looking. So I would have to ask you if you enjoy the balance of the Squiddy OG. The thing with the OG is that it is so handle biased that fans don't really do anything. You have to fan it in a very specific way to get it even close to a flat fan, and it doesn't even get that close. The rollover experience is amazing, but it just doesn't have the end weight to stick to your fingers in the way that I would normally like. But if you really like the way that the rollovers perform on the Squiddy OG, then look at something a little more handle biased. Look at something like, I don't know, maybe a Marbles from Nabali's, or I would say an Arctic, but I feel like the Arctic is just left in the dust at this point. Ted, did you say earlier that the Arctic was discontinued? Where are you getting that info from? Did I miss something? Did something drop? Would this have been the perfect time to do one of my normal streams to get some breaking news? But now I'm stuck doing Blade Bias Live. Ethan camaroEE Blade Bias Balisong Man. What do you think about the TI Sasori? I think it's no, I shouldn't say it's way too expensive. I think it was an odd choice to make their... I think it's cool. Very, very cool. But I think it was an odd choice to take their least expensive design and then release it at one of their most premium price points, because it costs, gosh, it costs what, like $50 more than a Totori. But granted, I haven't flipped one, so I can't really make a call until I've flipped one. Just released for patrons? Yes, I can talk about it. Brandon, it was a great video. I'm sorry I didn't give you my feedback. I finished watching it before I went live, but I didn't have time to type out my feedback. It was a great video. Love the pacing. Love the jokes. Love all that. Good job. Like, awesome job, seriously. Oh, I see, Ted. Okay. Any tips on learning the fan? I'm confused on keeping it spinning. The fan is a trick that if you're just doing a single fan, it doesn't really it just kind of keeps going on its own. The only thing I'm doing to get into a fan is I'm taking my index finger and my thumb and I'm moving it like that while also torquing my wrist. And it does everything after that. You can see right here, I'm not doing anything to keep that fan going. It just keeps going. If you want to keep it going, you can shake your hands back and forth a little bit to keep it going. But if you want to focus on doing a fan, I would say focus less on keeping it going and focus more on getting a good start so that it just keeps going on its own, so that you can transition into something else by the time all of the momentum is killed. Do you have a favorite flipping style or flipper? I'd say my favorite flipper is Red Edge. Red Edge is consistently the most fun to watch, but you also have, gosh, I can't even think. Whenever someone asks me this question, my mind just goes blank. But Red Edge is someone who I consistently come back to and enjoy everything he posts. That guy is sick. I am so upset I missed him at Blade Show and I didn't get to meet him. And yeah. But there's also some other really good flippers who I see flipping and it's just like, holy shit. Banks is one. Banks is a fantastic flipper. That kid just keeps going up and up. There's a lot of people I enjoy watching. Looking into buying a new knife? Check the description, James Bond. Everything will be in my recommendation document for you. What games do you like playing? Recently, I've been into single player games, basically. The last multiplayer game I played was Valorant. Played that with a group of friends from college. But I don't necessarily enjoy Valorant. I just play it for the social aspect. It's kind of like people who say I drink socially. It's like, I don't really enjoy playing it. I just play it for the fun of hanging out with other people. But my favorite game of all time, Risk of Rain 2, that's what I've been playing recently. I've also been playing Jelly Car Worlds. If anyone had an iPhone in 2011-ish, there was a game called Jelly Car where you were a car made of jelly traversing through levels to get to a stop sign. And I just recently found out that they made a remastered edition and remastered all of the levels and put it on Steam. And I have been tearing that shit up. It's been so much fun. Do you play Apex Legends at all? I hate Apex Legends. I really, really do. I'm a Titanfall fan. I loved Titanfall 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time. So to see the fact that they turned it into a battle royale where they only care about making money and all the lore is fucked up, I hate it. I dislike it. The gameplay isn't fun. The characters aren't cool. The movement feels like shit. I don't like Apex. Do you like aerial styles or just Red Edge specifically? There's something that Red Edge does that I don't really get from other aerial styles. Like Corbin. Corbin has a flair too, but Red Edge just... the way that he kind of effortlessly throws the balisong and he reaches over his shoulder and grabs it and he kind of whips it down and throws it up around his shoulder or whatever. And he has that swag and that confidence to him. That's what I like. Canyon or Edit Light for next battle song? I'd have to say the Canyon. You like Terraria? I have like 50 hours into it, but it's not my favorite game. Seen a guitar in one of the videos. Do you play? Yes, the guitar sadly just sits over here in its own little world. I don't play it. I have gone through so many phases where I'm like, yes, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to do this. It was a gift to me from Ty because he was moving down to Florida and he didn't want to bring all of his guitars. So he was like, hey, here's this one. It's sick. It's awesome. I have learned like maybe one song on it. I just can't commit to it to the point where you would need to become good at it, even though I desperately want to. It's one of my biggest annoyances with myself that I have not yet cut the shit and actually learned guitar, because I really want to. I genuinely really want to. It's a nice Jackson. Unfortunately, it's not a Jackson. Stardew? I do play Stardew sometimes. Stardew is a game that I can only play for like an hour, and I can only do that about once a month. That's about it. Cheapest live blade that's decent. Orion 1.5. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. The Orion 1.5 is the best live blade. I'd say even up to $200. Easily my recommendation in that price point. And I'm going to put it down before I slice the shit out of myself. Because flipping a live blade in a live format like this is probably not a good idea. You're my inspiration for this channel. I just started uploading videos. Hey, appreciate it, dude. Handle bias. Nice. What's your opinion on Lord of the Rings? Never watched it, never read it, have no opinion. How do you get confident flipping a live blade? You get confident flipping trainers. You get a trainer that has a decent bite handle indicator on it so that you know when you get bit, you respect the bite handle on a trainer as if you were flipping a live blade. And that will help you build the confidence to start flipping a live blade. Because it really just is confidence. So the more confident and more consistent you are at the tricks that you do, the more easy it will be to get into a flow on a live blade. If you're scared of the live blade, you're going to get cut by the live blade. You prefer dual tone or single color Orions? I think the single color look incomplete. I prefer the dual tone all day. I wish that the purple that they just released, because they started doing purple ones, I really wish they were dual tone, because I maybe would have bought one. I don't know. Best flipper for in public, probably the Squiddy AL, just because it's so simple to hold out the Squiddy AL and say, look, this isn't a knife, it has a smiley face, and it's a metal balisong that flips fairly well. Actual public, don't really care about it too much, and it flips well, probably an Orion trainer. That's probably a good one. The origin of the name Blade Bias. So Ty and I were trying to come up with a podcast name. We hadn't settled on, but we had a few ideas. Most notably, I think I was toying around with handle bias, but it just didn't sound right. And I was toying around with, Ty and I were toying around with bleeding edge or cutting edge, but those were already shows on YouTube. So we opened it up to the public. I believe it was Miles Kaufman, his YouTube was, that suggested Blade Bias. We went with it. We credited him in the first episode of Blade Bias, and that's just what it's been since. It's probably the most perfect name that ever could have existed, because it's got the double entendre of, you know, Blade Bias is a balance in the balisong community, but it's also, we're getting biased about blades. We're Blade Bias, or, you know, so it's pretty cool. If we didn't get that name, this channel wouldn't exist. Am I the only one whose video quality just went to the trash can? That's probably your internet. If other people aren't complaining about that, check your internet connection. YouTube also likes to just automatically drop you sometimes to 144p, so that could also be it. Oh, other people had it happen too. Okay. It's probably something on my end. I am seeing nothing on my end. My stream says excellent condition. Concurrent view. Oh, that's a concurrent viewer count. No, stream health. Yeah, it just says stream is healthy, so maybe refresh. Any tips on infinity ladders? I'm not a trick channel. I can't really give tips on tricks. Because when I do them, I'm lucky enough to even do them. I'm lucky enough to even do them in the first place, much less help someone else get them. Is your mouse pad a cup stacking mat? It is. I need to get a new one because it's reaching the point where it's actively degrading. But this thing has served me well for years. This is my old cup stacking mat from when I cup stacked in freaking elementary school. And it has held up as a mouse pad and a desk pad ever since, and I love it. And it's absorbed spills, and it's taken a lot of abuse, and it still looks okay. Not great, but okay. You think the choker fan is hard because my balisong doesn't have good grip, or am I just bad? I think it's probably a combination of the both. I don't mean to call you bad, but you're inexperienced with the trick. If you don't understand a trick, if you aren't good at a trick, it can be easier for a balisong with bad grip to trip you up. If you're better at a trick, you can kind of work your way around bad grip so that it doesn't affect you as much. We're going to switch on over to the Superfly here. My current favorite in production titanium trainer. Ever heard of cubing? Yeah, Ty was into Rubik's Cubes for a little bit. Might be it because I bought a Glider Arctic clone. I mean, the Arctic is not known for its grip already, so that is definitely probably a thing. But also the choker fan, one thing that I forgot to mention, if you have an extremely handle biased balisong like the Arctic, it might be difficult to fan and choker fan in the first place. So that also could be your problem. Could be a whole multitude of things. But generally, the better you are at a trick, the less outside factors will affect how well you can do that trick. Mako V5 or Squiddy AL? It's up to you, whichever one you like better. It's the most common mod you do to your balisongs. The best mod for the price. I don't really mod my balisongs. I'd say the most common mod that people do is anodization of titanium stuff. Just getting a quick little ano. Other than that, like other mods would be like, I guess, taking out the pivots at like the end of a Prisma Pro or something. But besides that, Zippy Balisong makes extensions. He makes handle inserts, blade inserts for pretty much any popular balisong model that you could think of. So definitely go check him out. Have you flipped an Antarctic? I have. I've made a video on it on this very channel. Who's better at flipping, blade bias or the buffness? Buffness, for sure. Kidding me? Dude went up in Bally Comp. I've never even attempted that. I have to respect that to a degree. And not even to a degree. I have to respect that, period. I would happily say that anyone who's done Bally Comp is a better flipper than me, because I don't even think I'm a great flipper. Favorite Nintendo game? This is gonna sound cringe, but it's a split between. Actually, no, it's not a split. Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime's fantastic. Metroid Dread's fantastic. Animal Crossing New Leaf is fantastic. Splatoon 3 is fantastic. There's a lot of good Nintendo games. Metroid's probably my favorite consistent brand. Also, Is this thing just consistently like... It's consistently pointing back at me. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. I think it might be because I have the handle extension on so that I can stream. Yeah. I got the handle extension on so I can stream, which probably means that it's pointing down a little more than it usually would, so it's probably messing up the gimbal a little bit. What would you rate the BB Superfly in the flippability scale? 9 out of 10. Easy. Easy, 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 easy. And that's with probably all of the weights in. I don't really think there's a bad Superfly. Actually, hold on, Brandon. Because this actually matters. I want to make a video on this in the future. Are we talking with the Barracuda blade or are we talking with any other blade? Because the Barracuda blade makes the Firefly longer. The Barracuda is a longer blade than the other typical Fireflies, which means that the Barracuda blade, in my opinion, flips a point or two higher than the normal Firefly blades for the Superfly and for the Firefly. So, Barracuda blade, 9 out of 10. Other blades, maybe like an 8 out of 10. And I know that because I tried ties when I was down in Florida. And I vastly preferred mine with the Barracuda blade to his. Should be able to swap them? I think you will. Yeah, you should be able to. Is Swordfish really that bad? I bought a custom one. I've enjoyed it, but others say it's awful. Any Balisong can be good, any Balisong can be bad. It's all about preferences. So I think that the Swordfish is not my favorite thing ever, but I also think that if you like it, then it can be a good Balisong. Hell yeah. When is the Seraph coming back? The Seraph is actually coming back very soon. I have it in my current testing bag. Which this is like partially a testing bag, partially just stuff that I want to carry on me. But the Seraph currently has the heaviest weights in it because I'm planning on doing a video covering all of the different weight distributions that you can get with all the different weights that it comes with in the box. So the Seraph will be coming back soon. Still my favorite Balisong by a long shot. Although I'm seeing an increasing amount of people be mad at me for that opinion, which is pretty crazy. What first got you into flipping? Ty, my best friend from not only high school, but from my childhood, really. My entire childhood, who had a replica of a CSGO knife, and I flipped that, and that was the start. Do live blade Balisongs flip different to trainers? Yes, there's inherently a different blade distribution from live blades and trainers because trainers are thick. They're consistent thickness all the way through. Live blades are not. They get thinner on one end. I think he meant when is MachineWise making the Seraph again? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I... I'm sorry. When did I start working at MachineWise? No, I'm just kidding. But I can't answer that. No one outside of MachineWise can answer that. Is it when I bend down to pick stuff up? It is. The camera is changing when I bend down to pick stuff up. That's interesting. Why haven't they just made a false live blade to get a similar balance? That is a squid question. I don't know. Is the Vault Pro worth it? Already got a Kraken, Trainer V3, and Squiddy B Titanium. The Squiddy B Titanium, I don't even consider that to be part of the conversation because the Vault Pro is infinitely better than that in almost every way. But is the Vault Pro better than a Kraken trainer? I would say if you already had a Kraken trainer, you might not need the Vault Pro. then again, you might enjoy it. I don't know. The Vault Pro is a balisong that honestly I don't think I give enough credit. It's an excellent flipper. But assuming you already have a Kraken trainer, it's a very similar experience. Ow, wow, that just heat-seeked my foot. That's crazy. But is the Madco really heavy and sluggish? Yes, I flipped a Madco again at Blade Show, and I did not like it. Everything that I previously enjoyed about the Madco was gone when I flipped it again. It just felt like such a generic titanium trainer to me. Generic, heavy titanium trainer. Why does the Madco exist? Because there's people out there that really like it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't deserve to exist. Some people out there really enjoy it. I think a titanium version that's like upgraded from a cheaper version in your lineup is a cool idea. And I know earlier this stream I literally said, I don't get why Machine Wise did that. Machine Wise made like the same thing but in titanium. Squid actually made decent changes to warrant the upgrade to titanium, which I think is pretty cool. Is there a scissor song? Yes, there is. You should look up the what was his name? Why can't I remember? Contraption Collection. Look up the Contraption Collection Bally scissors. Those have existed. Those are probably one of the most legendary projects in the balisong community of recent memory, just because I feel like everyone knows what the Bally scissors are. Do you have a pair of Fun Chucks? No, I do not. Is the Vulp Collection your favorite Nabali's product? Well, the Vulp Collection isn't a product. And no, the Vulp is far from my favorite balisong in general. I think the Vulp Pro is quite good, but I do prefer the Wing from Nabali's, personally. Specifically just because of the handles. The handles are more round on the Wing, and I just prefer that. Should I flip on a live blade as a beginner? That's up to you. That depends both how much risk you're willing to take. I'm always going to recommend that people begin on a trainer so that they both have an easier time learning tricks, but also don't hurt themselves too much. But if you're someone who's like, no, I can do that, and I don't care if I get just gashed, then, I mean, that's up to you, man. Go for it. I can't stop you. Is the Edit Lite a valid upgrade from the OG Squiddy? Anything's a valid upgrade from the OG Squiddy, if you want my honest opinion. The OG Squiddy is like one of the only balisongs I can think of off the top of my head that I would actively give a failing grade as a balisong. Me and my friend have an idea for a balisong that you can change the weight distribution with accessories that come with the knife instead of having to swap out handles and add mods. So you mean like the Glider Pacific or the NRB Koenig or even the Superfly where you have the weights in the package that you can just throw in or take out? Men flip trainers too? True. I am of the strong opinion that anyone who says that live blades are better than trainers or trainers are better than live blades are just coping cringe lords, because both of them are valid. Both of them are cool ways to flip. Both of them provide distinct advantages and disadvantages. Like one, it cannot be objectively better than the other. Now, personally, you can definitely feel that one is better. I definitely have a preference to trainers because I don't like getting cut. I think it's annoying. I don't want to have to run upstairs to bandage myself up. I don't want to have to deal with the blood getting all over everything. I definitely prefer trainers, but there are some people out there who refuse to flip a trainer, and I guess that's also okay as long as they don't attack other people for flipping trainers, which is another huge problem in this community. And now I've started a rant that I didn't even mean to start because that's just how the community is. Live blades are usually balanced better, but a lot of makers can't design trainers. I don't even know if I agree with that. I think some of my favorite flipping designs are trainers. Do you consider a balisong a fidget toy? I consider a trainer a fidget toy. I consider a live blade a tool that you can also play with. So, to answer your question more simply, yes. Yes, I consider them fidget toys. What's up, Remshi? For bottle opener balisong, do you prefer the barfly you're flipping right now or the Madco? Barfly all day. It's cheaper, I think it flips better, and you get more, how do I say this? You get more options because you can change the blade out. Thoughts on the Corvus? Guys, if you're looking for any thoughts from me on specific balisongs, please just look up a video that I've made on the channel. You're going to get a far more comprehensive response if you just look up the video I made on the Corvus than if I tell you that right now. Is that the Superfly? It is. Is it bad that the OG Squiddy is my favorite Squiddy? No. Just because I consider the Squiddy to be a failing balisong doesn't mean that you have to. That's the beauty of this hobby, is that it's all entirely subjective. It is a beautiful subjective hobby in which no one can be objectively right about basically anything. So if you like the OG Squiddy, get the OG Squiddy. Be confident in the fact that you like the OG Squiddy. I would be willing to bet that if you tried something better, you might not like it as much, but still doesn't mean you're wrong. If you can change any one thing about a single balisong, what balisong would that be and why would you change? The Sirius V2 trainer. I would add a tiny bit more weight to the end of the handle so that it carried momentum a little bit better. Do you think 3D printed balisongs could ever run on bushings? Let me give you a history lesson there, bud. That was really aggressive for no reason. I'm sorry. 3D printed balisongs have run on bushings, and it was proven that it just doesn't work. You're able to crank down on the handles, which is cool, but they do not provide the tolerance benefits that normal bushings do for metal because the plastic itself is flexing, which is a problem that you just don't have in metal balisongs. Do you think the Vulp is a good first balisong? I have a very tight money range. I just got mine today. So far, I'm loving it. Yeah, it's a great beginner balisong. It doesn't grow with you as well as other balisongs would, but it's a perfect starting tool to get you into the hobby. And I think as long as it's the only thing you're flipping, it'll probably last you a pretty good long time. The Canto Nylon thing had the wait, why can't I remember the name of it either? The Angler. The Angler had bushings, but the tolerances on that thing sucked. They weren't good. The bushings weren't there for tolerances. They were there so you could crank it. I also tried, it never ended up coming out, but I tried a prototype reblade for the Squiddy that had bushings. And again, tolerances didn't help, but you could crank down on the screws, and that was pretty cool. Love the vids. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Favorite balisong in my collection? The Seraph, by far. Is Glider based in Australia? Yes. Thoughts on the Orion? Once again, guys, if you're looking for my opinion on a specific balisong, please just look up the video that I made on that specific balisong. I almost guarantee you, if it exists and it's a cheaper ballad song, I've probably made a video on it. What's a man got to do for a shout out? Not ask for a shout out, first of all. The thing about YouTube, boys, is that if people can tell that you're just looking for viewers and numbers to go up, then they can kind of see through your content and they won't want to watch you. I genuinely believe that. The only reason my original video got picked up is because I made it out of passion, not so that I can fucking just not so that I can get numbers up and become someone who people know. I didn't want to be a YouTuber, and to this day, I still don't want to be a YouTuber, but you people keep watching, so I have to keep going. That's real. I talked to Farbos like 6 months before I posted my first Bally video, and I was like, if there's one thing I never want to do, it's be a YouTuber. I don't like the spotlight. And I think people can kind of see that because I'm not running around telling people to subscribe to me or to do all this stuff to boost the numbers up. I make videos for passion, and that's basically it. So if you want to play, or if you want to be a ballad song YouTuber, do it because you're passionate about ballad songs. Don't do it because you want free shit or you want people to know your name or any of that stuff. Because people can see right through it. I shattered my elbow a few years ago and lost mobility in every direction after physical therapy ended. My bellies keep cutting me. Any advice on what tricks to work on? Dude, I have no. That's an extremely unique scenario because the elbow is pretty important to generating momentum for flipping. Which not to say you can't do it, but I'm just saying like me, I don't really know how I can give you advice on that specifically. Favorite Zippy mod? Favorite Zippy mod? That's a good question. It'd probably be a ballad song that I consider to be like not as flippable without the Bally mod, without the Zippy mods. So I'm looking at something like maybe the Volp. There's admittedly nothing in my collection that I have that's Zippy modded besides the Orion, but I think the Orion is a fantastic. I guess the Kraken Trainer inserts are pretty good. I really liked the Cygnus spacers that he makes. I really like. I wouldn't mind trying maybe the Superfly inserts. Stop that, camera, please. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. I don't know why it's doing this now of all times. Whoop! Oh my gosh, it's me. Oh, that's bad. Stop. There we go. Bro has the rumble feature. I do. Becoming known for something is cool, and I can respect if you want to change the world in some way. I totally agree, but you have to have the passion there. If you want to be a ballad song content creator, make real money, you're in the wrong hobby. Real. That's just real. Ted, you can just ban people that spam consistently like that. And they come back and they keep doing it, if you will. That is totally okay. Well, that sucks. Unfortunately, I'm unable to charge my camera while it's on my head. And we are currently running very low on battery. So, I'm going to do this. Plug in. It's at 3%. Holy cow. I'm just going to hold it for now. Maybe we'll wrap up. What time is it actually? How long have we been going? We've been going for about an hour. Okay. That's pretty good. I don't mind that. The camera battery is definitely going to be the prohibitive factor in this, because my camera just does not last a very long time. It also wasn't fully charged, I guess. I probably should have done that before I did anything like this. Can you rank each weight configuration on the Superfly? It's directly inverse of how many weights are in. So I like the lowest number of weights the most, and I like the most number of weights the least. I guess this kind of works. Kind of is being very generous, but Ted, don't say that. What lubricants do you suggest? Carbon Honey. Ow. Literally saved up $700 for the Seraph just for it to be gone as soon as I made all the money. Well, the Seraph isn't gone, so you're in luck. It'll be back eventually. Everyone's saying W10. Who is your least... Why would you ask me who my least favorite person in the hobby is? I'm not going to answer that. I don't... Listen, as much as this hobby is filled with drama and bullshit, I'm not trying to add to that. I'm not going to come out here shit-talking someone just because I don't like them. That's not what I should be doing. What I should be doing with my platform is talking about ballad songs, because that's what you guys subscribe to me for. That's what we did. That's the point. I'm not here to do a bunch of fucking stupid shit and cause drama. Okay? Sorry, passionate answer. We're a bit passionate tonight. Let me just... Okay, let me just... Okay. Sorry, I had to respond to a message very quick. Hobby is pretty low on drama compared to some communities I've been in. We've been pretty good lately. I have to say that. We have been pretty good lately. Which ballad song of yours do you like the least that doesn't include the spider knife? The Akuma Matata or the Tech Noir? Both ballad songs that I just don't enjoy flipping. Are you going to go to Blade Show West? No, unfortunately not. There was a period of time where I thought maybe I would, but unfortunately the plans have changed. Granted, it's changed for a good reason, but I can't really say much more than that right now. I think this community is wholesome. I unironically am jealous of you being able to see the community as wholesome, but I can understand why you say that. There are some really good pockets of the community, and I think overall the community is pretty good. But you just have those few moments where the people just can't stop dunking on each other that make you go, man, this just isn't fun. I see my Akuma go for lower and lower. Last time it was 45. I still wouldn't pay $45 for the Akuma, I have to be honest. Favorite sounding Bally other than the Seraph? Of course you locked me out of my one. Favorite sounding Bally other than the Akuma? Probably the Slift T or the Kuno. Yeah. Slift T, Kuno, those are both good options. The Orion genuinely sounds really good. The Vault Pro sounds really good. There's a lot of good sounding Bally songs out there. The Teflon Vault might even be a competitor, genuinely. What's the drama in the community? Just people hating each other for no reason. We had a doxing issue for a while, which I actually saw someone on their story the other day post someone's phone number and say, yo, go roast this guy. And I thought that was really cringe, but it's been pretty good lately. I give the community a lot of shit, but it has been pretty good. You just have to be in the right places. There are some places in this community that I still believe to this day are a cesspit and I won't touch with a 15-foot pole. I see you got the tissues. Where's the hand lotion? I don't have any. The tissues are here from when I was sick, when I got back from Blade Show, and I've just been too lazy to move them. I have not taken one out of that box in, gosh, 3 weeks. Best Bally company. I think Machine Wise is doing the best work right now. But Squid is also almost single-handedly propping up the hobby. So that's a tough one. Unfortunately, guys, my camera is plugged in, but it is still losing percentage. We went from 3% to 2%. So I'm going to have to start wrapping it up there. I'm not a numbers guy, but how many viewers did we get up to? I kind of want to know. We peaked at 60 viewers. Damn, okay. Really quickly, guys, leave your opinions on this in the chat. Did you enjoy watching this, or would you prefer just one of my normal streams? Go check out my main channel in the description if you want to see more streams, not like this, but with my face and where I talk to chat far more often because I actually can see chat. But that is going to be it for this one. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you for all of your questions. Thanks for talking. Thanks for everything. I genuinely do appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking time out of your night to come watch me do nothing but sit around and talk and stand by my chair and all of this stuff. Dragonite, you got anything to say? No, I didn't think so. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know how often I will be doing this. It's going to depend on feedback. Feel free to go leave feedback in my Discord, link in the description. Or leave feedback in chat right now. I can go back and watch it. Or DM me on Instagram. Or do something. Because I want to know if people enjoy this. And if I should keep doing it. But that's going to do it for me before my camera dies. Thank you all so much, as usual, for watching. Flip some good ballad songs. Make some good choices. And I hope you have a wonderful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Make the most of it. And I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.